Greetings and salutations and beyond new everyone. I got a lot of stuff in front of me because sometimes I record a video and then I'm like, that was way too long. So then I'll do it all again. I am making kombucha, and kombucha, as you can see, is a brand. Kombucha is a thing that you can get in the store. Now, if you go to a typical health food store, they've been there for years, but we're now seeing them more so in our Harris Teeters and our other stores of this nature. I am wearing gloves because cleanliness is next to godliness when you're making kombucha, which is a fermented drink, typically made from tea. This fermented product is fantastic because it's probiotic. It helps your digestive tract go a little bit. And for those of you who are soda drinkers, you can get that kind of kick, those bubbles that a lot of you are addicted to. And I understand because sometimes I just want a good bubbly thing drink. Now, getting these from the store is usually $3 or $4 a pop. You know, $5 for a good brand. This is Kombucha, which is local, and they are fantastic. I just showed you Health Aid, and then also Kavita, which is a great brand. But typically what I do is, if I'm in the mood and I'm thinking about it, I just make my own. That way it tastes exactly how I want it to, and it's just perfect because it's my own little baby, my own little creation. So I've made all of these Scobies, these symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast in the past, and that is essentially this blob here, and it looks disgusting, but it is so wonderful, and it's moving, it's alive. It is it's not moving. It is this thing here, and it helps to facilitate the fermentation. This symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast, also known as a SCOBY, basically facilitates the breaking down of that tea, the fermenting of it into this beautiful product. And I put it back into my SCOBY mansion here. I'm going to use all of them today. Also, I've started Scobies, which I can show you hopefully in another video, from just these bottles here, because in this glass here is a bottle of just regular kombuchas you can buy from the store, and you're able to use them to make your own kombucha as well, your own Scobies as well, and later your own kombucha. Get your own starter going. So it's different. I can't just buy a soda in the store and be like, bam, I can make my own soda by throwing this in water and throwing some sugar in there. Like, it doesn't work this way. But this thing is alive, and I can do that. And this is why I love it, because it's like a best side experiment in the world. So that's the what of kombucha, fermented probiotic drink, typically made from teas or fruit juices, other things of that nature. How do I make one? Well, again, you can get a Scoby kit from the store. You can look up online or watch later in videos to see how I make a Scoby, or you go to people you know and get a Scoby. They can give you one, because Scobies make Scobies. They split theirs in half or into a fourth. You treat it right, it gives you one. Or, again, you buy them offline. The making of kombucha is the best thing in the world. So us Southerners here love sweet tea. So what you're doing is you're brewing a heavily concentrated tea. So I threw 8 bags of tea into about 2 gallons of water, 1.5 gallons to 2 gallons. And I'm going to take this thing here that a lot of people are just fearful of, this table sugar here, this glucose. And I haven't used it in a while because I try to use honey, but for this process you need sugar. You got to get that sugar in there. And I'm just going to add a crap ton of sugar in here. Now, if you go online, they may say 2 or 3 cups, maybe 4 cups, because you're not really drinking it yourself. You're feeding that yeast portion of the symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. I'm going to stir it in, and again, I'm doing this while the water is still hot. And I'm going to add a little more sugar because, as you'll see in my next video, I have to cool this bad boy down. So before I add any yeast, if you're doing sodas or the ginger bug, before you add any kombuchas, Scobies I should say, you have to cool this mother down where it's not scalding hot, or else you're going to kill everything. And think about it, like way back in the day, our forefathers and sisters and mothers figured out if you boil the water, you can kill all the bacteria and stuff. But that's good and bad. Boiling water don't care. Boiling water is about that life. So I'm going to cool this down in my own special way, and you'll see that in the next video. Make sure you keep checking me out.